first saw your face and how everything changed that day. I remember trying hard to ignore the signs, but I couldn't and I didn't know why. I remember when I ran so...
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, you're welcome and I hope you all are doing well. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing a jumbo knotless box braid with yarn. Okay, so with that said, let's go straight into the video. So I've already stretched out my hair. So to start, I'm going to go ahead and prep the yarn. So to cut out the yarn, you want to make sure that you measure it longer than the length of braid you want, because once you start braiding it, the length will shrink a little bit. So you want to make sure to cut it a bit longer than the actual length you want for your box braid. So once you're done rolling out the yarn, just go ahead and take your scissors and cut it out. So like I said earlier, I've already stretched out my hair off camera. So right now I'm just moving on to the next step. So I'm going ahead to separate the first section on the back. So for the first one on the back, I'm going to be doing 2 jumbo braids. So as you can see right here, I'm doing a super large braids. So after sectioning of the hair, I'm going in with my oil-based cream and I'm applying that on my hair. So next, I'm going in with the edge control and I'm going to be applying that on the root. So next, taking my comb, I'm going ahead to brush that through. So after combing that through my hair, next step now is to divide this very section into 3. Okay, so I've already went ahead and did one of the braid off camera, so I'm going to go straight into showing you guys how I did the braid. So to start, I'm going to make sure that I have a firm grip on the roots before going ahead to add in the first piece of yarn. Okay, so now that I have the firm grip on the roots of the hair, I'm going ahead to add in the first piece. So next, as you can see, I make sure that the yarn is under my hair. So as you can see right here, I'm just covering it up with my hair. So next, I'm going to go ahead and braid it. Again, so right here, I'm going to make sure to rotate the yarn underneath my hair and braid it. So right now, I'm going in with a second piece. Doing the same thing, I'm going to put it in between my index finger and my thumb, making sure that the yarn is under my hair. As you can see right there, and continue braiding. Just cross it over just like that. And doing the same thing, I'm going to rotate it under my natural hair. Okay, cross it over. Okay, so next I'm going in with the third piece, doing the same thing, placing it in between my index finger and my thumb, and again I'm going to rotate it under my hair. And again, cross it over and repeat the same thing. Okay, so after adding the third piece, I switch it around. Instead of rotating the yarn under my hair, this time I'm rotating my hair under the yarn to hide it, to kind of help tuck it in place. So that's after adding the third piece. So you can see right here, making sure to rotate my natural hair under the yarn. Okay, so for each box braid, I use a total of 60 strands of yarn. So as you can see, I've divided it into 3, so 20 each. So in total, that gives me 60 strands of yarn. That's how I achieve this, the thickness on the braid. So I braid it all the way down to the tip, and next I wrap another piece of yarn around the tip and tie a knot to secure it in place. Okay, so I went ahead and braid the rest of camera, so remaining just one braid to go. As you can see right here, already loving it. And I love the size. Yeah. Okay, so I've already went ahead and applied the edge control on the roots of the hair. So next I'm just going in with my comb to brush that through. So doing the same thing, I'm going to be dividing this section into three. Okay, just like that. Okay, so one thing I didn't mention earlier is that I apply my oil-based cream on the yarn before going ahead to use it for the braids. So for this, you can use Vaseline. You can add Vaseline to your perm and just apply it on the yarn. Okay, so again, doing the same thing before going ahead to add in the yarn, I'm going to make sure I have a firm grip on the roots of the hair first. Okay, so now that I have the firm grip, again doing the same thing, I'm going to take the first piece of yarn, I'm going to place it in between my index finger and my thumb, and next, as you can see right here, I'm making sure that it's under my natural hair. So once that is done, just going ahead to cross it over, continue braiding. Again, doing the same thing, making sure to rotate it under my natural hair. So next I'm going in with the second piece, doing the same thing. I'm going to rotate it under my natural hair. Okay, so let's quickly address the color of this box braids. Okay, so as always, you don't have to use the same hair color I use in my video. You can use whatever color you choose to use, and your hairstyle was to come out looking awesome. If you've been watching my channel for some time now, you know I love crazy colors and I love to experiment with different colors. So yeah, if you don't like it, that's fine. I love it, especially with the navy blue and the light blue blend together. It's beautiful. Love it. All right, so with that said, let's continue the tutorial. All right, so again, doing the same thing after adding the third piece. Now I'm gonna be rotating my hair under the yarn. So before I was rotating the yarn under my natural hair color. So after adding the third piece, I'm going to be rotating my natural hair color under the yarn to help tuck it in to get that beautiful transition from the black hair color to the navy blue or to the light blue hair color. Yeah. So I braid it all the way down. So next I tie a knot around the ends to secure it in place. So right now I'm going ahead to trim off the tip of the braid. Just like that. And it's all done. So for the final touch up, I'm going to be dipping the braids in hot water. Okay, so moving on to the next step, I've already poured the water inside this little bucket right here. So the next step, I'm going to dip the braids in hot water, doing one side at a time. So for this part right here, you want to make sure to have two towels by your side, one to put over your shoulder and the other one to dry off the excess water. So don't be like me, okay? So you can see I didn't put any towels on my shoulder because I'm used to this. But please make sure to have 2 towels. You don't want to burn your skin, okay? Okay, so after dipping the braids in hot water, the next step is to let it air dry. Okay guys, so this is the final result of the knotless box braid using yarn, and I love it. Love the color, love the size of the braids, love the length. I love everything about these braids, and I hope you guys do too. I hope you find this video helpful. If you do, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And also, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. If you already subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for popping by today, and I'll see you all in my next one. And Merry Christmas, everyone.